So I'm getting harassed again. And not by the usual, everyday troll. These ones are a little bit extra. And it isn't the first time either. So, quick story time. So this is about flip-flop and tuna. If you don't know what I mean, don't ask. I got a shout out at Wimbledon today. That's all I'll tell you. So let me give you the backstory. The backstory is, about 18 months ago, a few women messaged me because they were having problems with a certain creator who was taking advantage of women online. No big deal, really. It was just one of those things. This was it's definitely between a year and 18 months. Now, one of the women, after a couple of messages backwards and forward, just give them a bit of advice and what have you, just basically said, this guy was threatening to reveal stuff they'd shared, that kind of thing. And then I realised that one of the women was Tuna. And I'm not going to lie, I was shocked and I felt tricked. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause I felt like she were blagging me a little bit to I don't know, chat with me. I don't know. I didn't believe that she were part of this story. I felt it was she was just trying to connect with me and then get me involved. So anyway, once I realised it was her, I very, very politely gave her some advice because she went on one about flip-flop and I was like, mate, I don't want to know your problems, do you know what I mean? Once I realised it was her, I was like, I see what she's doing. So anyway, I very, very politely gave her some womanly advice and basically said, look, come off social media, blah, 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 stay away from him. But basically, I think you need to get some professional help because she's clearly not well. That was literally the extent of their communications. And I actually felt like this much bad for her as well at the time. And then about 6 months later, so we're talking about a year ago, she started posting all this mad stuff and whatever. It was pretty nasty, do you know what I mean? And pretty horrendous things she was saying. So that was that. I just ignored her. I didn't respond to it. Whatever. But now a year later, I have still had nothing to do with this woman whatsoever since then. And she's at it again. So basically, flip-flop at Wimbledon today has been giving it Kelli Hollis from Shameless by name, Shameless by whatever, trolling and harassing vulnerable people on the internet. Because she's asked him to do that today because he's talking about her. I've not messaged her. I've messaged her today and gone, are you having a fucking laugh? Are you okay? Listen, I didn't report you to police last time because you're not well. But don't push your luck, lady, because she's crackers. She's absolutely crackers. This is now 18 months later, all because I gave her some very polite, friendly advice and basically told her to fuck off in the nicest way possible and that I didn't want anything to do with her because of who she is, do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, she tried to trick me into being her mate, and then simply because I was like, shit, you didn't tell me you were her. No offence, but you know what I mean? I'm not right interested, to be honest. But I was much politer than that. I was actually really lovely to her. And then now all of a sudden, a year later, she's on about it again. She's hashtag women abusing women. And that woman is not all right. I've said it since then. I left it alone. But people like her and flip-flop mouthing things like that is a very, very dangerous game to play with me. So that's the last I'm going to say on the matter. Like I said. So yeah, thanks for all the tags, but I don't need them. I'm not interested. Wow, just wow.